Chicago is a woman, and we're going to prove it to you today. Happy 189th birthday to Chicago. 77 flavors of Chicago. Let's get it. Yeah.
I love this song.
Shout out to Kevin.
Kevin really just killed it.
He snapped with this bad boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it so much.
He absolutely snapped with this.
Yeah.
Man.
If you're new here, welcome. We are so happy you found us. If you're not new here, welcome back.
Yeah, buddy.
Today is an exciting episode.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, please make sure you are following us. You are subscribed to this podcast. It means the world. It really helps push our stuff. If you could rate, leave a nice little comment, share it with a friend. Mm-hmm. It really just makes a huge difference. Yeah. Especially now that we're officially a nonprofit. And our website went live.
Website is live, y'all.
Finally, shout out to Cassidy and Sierra. They absolutely I get goosebumps just thinking about it because we could not have possibly picked better people to trust with our brand and our website.
And that's such a big, like you said, trust. That's a big thing to trust somebody with a brand to bring the vision to life. And they nailed it. I mean,
here's the thing. I
unreal.
I met Cassidy at a cookbook event. Mm-hmm. And we really hit it off, and I followed her on Instagram, and she would post about work that she does. I checked out her portfolio, and we had never we hadn't really talked about redoing our brand. We knew we wanted to, but we didn't have plans or anything. But once we got our first round of funding and we wanted to redo our brand and our website, I knew I had to reach out to her. And from the first time we talked, she got it. Yeah. She got the first time they came back with here's our proposed idea. I
grabbed my notebook, y'all, because this is the reenactment of how we were sitting. We was like, okay, first thing,
I'm gonna take notes.
We gotta take notes to be sure. We spend a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be right. We was like this. Okay, ready? She started going. We was like,
close the notebook.
We don't need that. Because she handled it.
She really
and her sister too.
They both understood exactly what we wanted. Could not recommend them enough. Truly phenomenal team, and they did it in insane timing.
Yeah, it was
we started right before the holidays, and so we had to do our entire rebrand first. And
had to get pictures done in time.
Yeah,
and that was shout out to Misa. Yeah, my boy Misa, man.
Those pictures that you see on our website.
Yeah, every picture is from, not every. The Skyline stuff, Chicago stuff is us. But
any picture of Dario and myself are taken by Misa. If you are curious what that looks like, check out 77flavors.org. Yeah. It's the number 77flavors.org.
I gotta make the new graphic now.
I know. I'm so excited. Mm-hmm. We love our website, and it really goes into detail on how you can work with us, what services we provide now that we're a nonprofit, what we can do in terms of
continue the work and
if you're looking for tours, if you are an education institution, if you are a brand, how all of that fits into our world. So we're just super excited. I feel like it's a great place to host all of our stuff.
They doing their thing. They did their thing. Then they doing it. I hope y'all work with them.
I know.
Somebody.
If honestly, a truly phenomenal team, just the communication was great. I don't know. I loved working with them. I'm so sad it's over. Yeah. Obviously I'm happy our stuff is done, but I'm so sad it's over because it was such a fun experience. Yeah. I was prepared to be miserable because it's you always oh God, I gotta go back with notes and but truly it was
I don't even know if I was prepared to be miserable. I was, I think for me, I was more prepared to be an adult. You're spending more adult money to get this stuff done, right? You know what I mean? This is not cheap by no means, y'all. And that's where my mind was at. I was I gotta lock in. I gotta be professional. Can't be bullshitting with this. This ain't enough. This ain't bullshit money. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so she took all them fears away. Day one. She was like, look, you good. Y'all go ahead and chill.
And thank you to our donor. He has asked to remain anonymous, but it was a good chunk of money that he donated to make this possible. So we're always super grateful. If you do,
go ahead. Oops, not that.
There it is.
That one, y'all.
If you are excited, if you do want to support us and support that work that we do within Chicago, if it's this podcast or the content or the research or working with students or you taking tours, whatever it is, and you are a fan of what we do and you want us to continue spreading the good word about Chicago and the importance of education, you can visit the website and make your donation there. we'll be happy to take your money and the money of your friend's money, your family's money, anybody's money. Well, not anybody. Not anybody.
Hey,
no.
Yes.
There's some people's money we will not take.
You say all money ain't good money.
Most people's money.
All money ain't good money.
No.
But we had a fun week. This was a fun week. A lot of work, but fun week.
Yeah, I was looking back at our calendar of stuff that we did. We did 2 fun things and everything else was work.
Well, I'm gonna add a third in there because it was kind of like maintenance on a podcast. If you look closely, y'all, and you search our podcast, you'll find 2 podcast listings on Apple.
Yeah,
on Apple you'll find 2. Everywhere else you'll find just 1. So if you listen on Apple, which a good chunk of y'all do, we see the numbers.
Yeah.
Listen to the one that has a 4.5 rating, not a 5-star rating. The one, because that's where, I don't know, there's a long mix up. But anyway, we kind of get into the bottom of fixing that. It's a process from what we're learning, but we are.
I don't think the real people work at Apple.
They can't be, because I feel somebody should have been like, oh yeah, we see this, boop, done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, the other fun thing, the actual fun thing that we did, the other 2 that Sarah was talking about, was we went to Carmine's. Carmine's
is a restaurant on Rush that was closed down for a couple of years. It's next to Bellevue, and they just reopened.
Back.
And they invited us to kind of experience the reopening. It was really fun. The place was packed, and a small section was for the event, which is always so nice because we get to see people in the media that we know, other influencers and stuff like that. So it's always nice to go to these events.
Carmine's.
As much as I'm it's the middle of the week, I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like, but we always have fun. Yeah. So we're grateful to be invited.
Let me tell you something. The food at Carmine's is fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
Fantastic, y'all. And it was like everything was flawlessly executed.
I want to go back and sit down and eat, because what we ate was a buffet style for the event. Yeah. Which I always expect that to be not as good as the sit down meal, but that was still great.
And those garlic bread, y'all. Let me tell you, that was.
I think I had 2 of them.
Yeah, I did. I definitely had 2. I was gonna get a third, but we was locked in the conversation.
Yeah,
good conversation. So I didn't want to look greedy on camera, but on camera, just in person.
Just in person.
Yeah, just in person.
Not on camera.
They know I'm greedy. They they see the podcast. They see the page. And then we also follow up to Black History Month, the episode we talked about, the origin of Black History Month at the Wabash Y. Mm-hmm. We went to the open house that they had to kind of. This open house was different. It was not just an open house so you can come look at stuff. It was also an open house so that if you can help find the story behind this, because there's a lot of pictures, there's a lot of data that they could find and stories about it, written from news articles and things like that. But what they're looking for are things from the neighborhood. If you got family that may have been here and talked about it, please share those stories so they can build a history of this place. And which was really cool because they had different stations up in there where you can kind of share your story, learn the story, just sign in for the first time if this is your first time here. They had bead making going on. Then they had this one in the dining room area where, not dining room, in the it was kind of like a dining room area that they had it set up, but binders of different things going on, like athletics going on, news articles going on, people, just people there, that pictures that they could find, which was really, really cool. So if you've never been to the Wabash YMCA, which is where Negro History Week was started, Black History Month was started, go there. I don't know how many more of these they're going to have. I'm sure they're going to be doing. I got a sense they're going to be doing more.
The whole point is they're restoring the building. So the first floor is currently under restoration.
You can't go.
So you can't really go in. You can step into it to kind of see what's going on. But you could see the pool, which is, it's a insanely historic building. The people that have gone through there is mind-boggling that we even walked through the same space.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, right. That when you say it like that, you 100% we was, and I felt that too. I was like, damn, we in the building where these people start legends,
changed the history of the United States.
Carter G. Woodson was in there. They even have the sign of the ASALH in there, and which was obviously started right there too, a year after they started the Black Negro History Week.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then which were a group of stairs that led
now
to.
They're like the stairs that go nowhere, but they used to lead to the apartments.
Like y'all, like this is just, it was just amazing.
Yeah, it was really
to
cool.
be up in there. So.
And it's really nice to see the community come together on like a that everyone is interested in this, of whether you want to learn more about the building or you want to learn more about the history or you have a story to tell. I think it's just like really cool to see everyone in the same space. It was really fun.
It's amazing. Honestly, great way to literally end Black History Month, and a nice little tie back to what the story we shared. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
But now we are in another
historic month.
Yeah.
We obviously there's 5 Mondays in March, so we thought let's start off with a little bit of a birthday wish to Chicago on the first episode. But don't you worry.
Yeah,
this is going to be a fun one.
We blending the hell out of it. Let's go, y'all. All right, y'all. So check it out. We were like, it's Chicago's birthday week. You know, obviously this released on the 2nd. You know, we're 2 days before the birthday. But y'all, we're going to celebrate this and Women's History Month. And like I said at the top, Chicago's a woman. And we have actual proof of this.
Yeah.
And so we were doing like a lot of thoughts on how we should go about this. And we literally came up with the story 0 hour, which is how our things go.
Yeah.
It takes some time to like put these stories together.
To finish the story. I feel like because in the past we've done different takes on Chicago's birthday, so I'm excited about this one. I feel like it's different.
Which, thank you. If you go to if you listen to the archives, check out the Chicago birthday episodes. They all listed "Happy Birthday, Chicago" in some kind of way, and we've done different fun angles. This is probably my favorite.
I think it's kind of a little different.
This is probably the one that I'm most excited about. And y'all, so we're gonna start with the story of I Will, right? And I'm just, as I organize myself here, I Will is Chicago's motto and motto. Yeah, Chicago's motto, and it started after the Chicago fire, 1871, and the reason why is I will rebuild. You know, we will rebuild. You know,
I was reading through some archive articles, and there's an article from 1999 in the Tribune that talks about the I Will motto that is to change it to I Want. And it was interesting because one of the people in the article that was quoted is a University of Chicago professor, and he was saying how, at that time period, it was really trendy almost to have these like mottos and symbols and things like that. Like Paris had the Eiffel Tower, and so it was almost like Chicago wanted to be on trend.
Yeah. Well, that is alley-oop, y'all. That was a shot, but alley-oop right there. Let's start. So, it was the I Will model came after the Chicago fire, the rebuilding plan. It wasn't until 1892 when the Daily Inter-Ocean magazine newspaper came out and said, hey, we need a competition to give Chicago a figure of some sorts that
like
represents Chicago. I want to read this quote to you because I think this is fantastic. Now, this is off of Chicagoology's website and the Daily Inter-Ocean article that was written. Chicago has nothing to typify her in a pictorial way. One of the greatest cities in America is represented in cartoons and other illustrative work according to the whim or taste of the artist. There should be some figure that will be to Chicago what Uncle Sam is to the United States and what Father Knickerbocker is to New York. Some figure that will come into general use as a personifying the city. Now,
interesting.
Exactly what you said. Chicago needed a mascot, and they felt this back in the 1892, January 7th, 1892. Now, if that reminds you of some things, a year. That's a year right before the World's Fair.
Yep.
Now, here's what they did for the competition. The competition was held to create something that embodies Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had artists from all over the place come over and submit. Now, there was 3 prizes. It's going to be a first, second, and third for this. Now, keep this in mind, y'all. First, second, and third for this. And this is the prize that you got.
Okay.
Prize number 1, $200. Second place, $100. Third place, $50. That's all you got. I mean, I guess back in the day.
So here's the thing: $200 in 1892 is about $7,000 today.
Dang. So you was balling.
Yeah, I mean the inflation increase is about 3,400%.
Shit. So there you go. So
I'll take $7,000 for a little sketch.
I'll take that. Now, speaking of little sketch, here's the rules of the competition. Right, the sketches must be 9 by 12 inches. Sketches, y'all.
Yep.
No names or addresses on the picture. Nothing. You can't have nothing on it. It had to be sent to WMR French, the director of the Art Institute of Chicago, before March 1st, 1892. So we would have been late. This is released on March 2nd, this episode. But, so that's another reason why we did this. So March 2nd, 1892, 190 years ago, they had this competition. That's crazy. The judges. Now, this is listen to this. Thomas Nast, who was an artist. Lyman J. Gage, who was the president of the First National Bank.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get to this last one. Miss Harriet Monner. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Why did I make this so difficult for myself?
I mean, your handwriting is ideal.
I'm like, shit.
You're really like not beating the allegations that you can't read.
Does that an echo? Did the music play?
What is happening?
What is going on? I almost got played off. That's crazy.
Damn.
Anyway, y'all. She was the author of Columbian Ode, which was to the World's Fair. And then the last artist, WMR French, of course, he was a judge. But Bertha Palmer,
of course,
the president. Listen to this. This was her role. The president of the lady managers of the Columbian Expo.
Yeah, I mean that's why she came up with the idea of the brownie. Like it was around that same time that like she was inviting these women to the Palmer House so they could meet and talk about the women's building and the expo. It was around that time. Now
I must admit, out of respect for Miss Bertha Palmer, in the article they have her listed as Mrs. Potter Palmer.
Of course
So, ladies, I am big on first names, getting the name right. You know what I mean? I get. They was locked in to marry. He was the bigger name, but
was he? I mean, he was.
He was the biggest. Yeah. He was the biggest name in Chicago.
Yeah, that's true.
He had the biggest mansion. So those were the judges, and the winner was none other than Charles Holloway. He was actually, he was at the time listed. He was the only one from Chicago. So he was actually from Chicago, and he won. He wasn't from Chicago. I think he was from St. Louis. He kind of, did like
around.
Did like most people did back in the 1800s. They moved around and then made a city their own. But the other winners was second prize went to George M. Patet, looks like it. And then it's hard to read, y'all. I'll be honest. It's
because it's a scan of a 100-year-old article.
Yeah. Third prize was Johannes Shui.
Sure.
Please, y'all. Shui.
Let me see the picture.
Yeah. It's a fire picture.
Oh, it's probably like a V.
Yeah.
Sheev.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Y'all, please do not come in. I'll just put it on the screen right here.
SC.
Yeah. Y'all figure it out. Y'all will get it. Don't blame your boy. There was 300 total sketches submitted.
Wow.
Yeah, 300 total sketches submitted. And we went and tried to look for the sketches.
It says that they were sent to the Art Institute.
They definitely were, and they were sealed up.
And I've reached out to the Art Institute archives to see if they have them, because the Art Institute does have, a collection that is not available. Obviously, like they put things in in their collection that there's not always on display because they have a
ton
much. Of stuff.
Too much.
So I reached out. I haven't heard back yet, but if I do hear back,
we definitely
we'll update you on the next episode, or if you follow us on socials, we will absolutely post it on there.
Yeah.
If they do have it, if they allow us to go in and see it, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to talk about like how the sketches looked, right? So the one that won, they used the I will. She had I will going across the breastplate.
The sketches of a woman.
Yeah, the sketches.
Right. I don't think we described the sketch.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's a woman with the I will going across a breastplate of hers. With she looked like eagle wings from her head. As a headband type of thing, with the skirt that comes down to a dress that comes down to right above the ankle, right by the shin, and it looked like she got like a little sword.
So it was said that she was a combo of the Nike, whatever you want to put, Nike sculpture and Lady Liberty,
and she looked just like that.
Yeah,
it was something that was grand. It was really cool. Listen to what Mrs. Palmer said. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read I'm gonna read the whole paragraph. This is what she said. She said, there were so many clever drawings in those submitted, but so very many of did not convey any special significance and did not represent Chicago in any possible manner. I agree with that. I like all three of the pictures for certain reasons, but I do not think that the Chicago public will care for the girl representing border life. And I don't know which one was border life.
I think she's the girl in the
second
prairie
place.
Or something.
Yeah, second place. Our city, however, to me is still on the border, and until some more big cities spring up in the West and we are considered as being in the East, we must continue to play the role of the big girl in the prairie.
Love that.
So I guess she was like, I like number 2. But I don't think
Chicagoans are gonna like number 2.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you something.
I prefer the one that won.
I do too. Let me tell you something. The second place looked like she say boy a lot.
Damn.
Like she say colored
She looks
people.
like she. Damn.
That's. I'm glad
she
we didn't
looks
pick
like
that
she
one.
could be in like Tarzan the movie. Like she's dressed. She's dressed like she's
number 2.
Yeah.
This is number 2.
Yeah. She looks like she's like.
You think that look like Tarzan?
No. She doesn't look. She looks like she could be like. Yeah. In that movie, like she's on like an excavation. You know what I mean? Like she's giving
like she got a whip in her hand. That's what it looked like. Looked like she
Is that a whip or a pen?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all look at the picture. I'm being straight up with you. She don't look friendly.
She does not look friendly.
She don't look friendly.
I don't think she looks powerful.
At all. Yeah, she looked powerful. She looked powerful. Just not in the way
Let me tell you, the waist to hip ratio is going crazy though. Girl's thick. That was
inaccurate. Anyway, so they use these the drawing of the I will, which is proof that Chicago is a her. You know.
Yeah. I can't believe some people submitted men.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. It said men or women.
Oh.
Yeah, at the top it did, but they picked the woman. Great looking image. Now this representative of Maiden, as you will.
Yeah.
There's a bust somewhere also. We also looked for the sculptural bust of this because this was presented at the 1893, used, I should say, at the 1893 World's Fair the next year. So they were really using this because they knew this was coming up.
Yeah.
This was going to be a big thing.
It was a huge thing at the World's Fair.
So if you all have any World's Fair stuff in your house, apartment vicinity, or
she's on there.
She's on there. Look closely.
Yeah,
that is that is Chicago.
Yeah,
technically according to this.
And the bust is at the Chicago History Museum.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Right. It is.
It's just it's just hidden. Not in an exhibit at the moment.
I even got the call number.
But it's on there. It's in there. I mean, it's part of their like sculpture collection. So it is definitely there. I'm sure. When it comes to rotation, I don't know. They'll probably put it out.
I do want to alley-oop to you and kind of cap off this part of it because like this is fantastic. This is Women's History Month, Chicago's birthday, 189th birthday, and we proved that she's a woman. Now, here's the really cool thing as how Chicago celebrated. So October 9th, 1893 is known as Chicago's Day.
Yep.
And the reason why it's known as Chicago's Day, if October 8th, 9th, 10th, that time frame sounds familiar, the Chicago fire happened right around there. Chicago happened
from the 8th to
from
the
the
10th.
8th to the 10th. Yes. And so they picked October 9th for two reasons. There's some debate about where the Chicago fire, where the fire kind of reached its peak, you know, and we kind of pinpointed to be the 9th was like the max of the day.
Yeah.
But also at the 1893 World's Fair, there was a record-setting 751,000 people at the World's Fair. This is 1893, y'all.
Yeah.
Think about the day. They say they estimated that it was going to be, you know, XYZ people. But then when the ticket sales starts coming in, now here's the thing. It was 50 cents for adults and 25 cents for kids.
Yep.
So, you know, that's not a whole bunch of money. So it was doable for a lot of people. 750,000 people. We read an article that chronicled the day.
I will say 50 cents in 1893 is about $18.
$18 for an adult to come in.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So what? $9 for a shorty to get in. So that's kind of steep.
That's decent.
That's kind of steep. Yeah. Actually, now you think about it.
Yeah.
But 751,000 people came through the doors and was there around the center. Now there's a picture of that happening. You know what I mean? Like there's a picture of that in motion.
And I found a picture from the World's Fair where people are entering into the Columbian Exposition or the World's Fair in some of the buildings, and the I Will statue or bust is at the top of the entrance. And it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
If you're watching, it'll insert it here. If you're not watching, check the show notes.
Yep.
I'll have it in there. It's a really cool.
Absolutely cool. So that's why Chicago celebrated Chicago Day.
Yeah.
Some people recognize that as that day for those two reasons. Now, it's Chicago's birthday.
It is Chicago's birthday.
So we partying. Sarah, tell us about the party.
So my favorite party has to be the 100-year birthday. I feel like 100 years was a huge thing for Chicago to celebrate. So much so that the New York Times wrote about it. But I found a detailed description of the day from the Tribune, and it was so cool to read through and to kind of see what they were doing. How did they celebrate? And to give you an idea, this is obviously now 1937.
Yeah, right.
And we are 100, we had just had our second World's Fair in 1933. The city is abuzz. The city is abuzz. And the mayor is Mayor Kelly.
Yep.
Which, I don't know. I don't have any specific feelings about the man.
Yeah.
But the celebration went from March 4th through October 9th.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. And I was like, why October 9th? And then Dario was like, it's actually Chicago Day.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to find. But to give you a breakdown of what the March 4th day started out. So the day begins with the Black Horse Troop and the Chicago Counselor Corps moving from the Drake Hotel and in kind of like a parade to City Hall. And at City Hall, at the same time, from Michigan Avenue to Randolph, and then west to State, south to Jackson, west to LaSalle, and then north to City Hall. Okay, so kind of like a square-ish. This is where the mayor is moving. That's how his route was. And he was going to meet the foreign councils and their attachés, and they were going to present him and the city kind of like a congratulations on turning 100 years old.
Yeah.
So we had like a couple of processions happening throughout downtown. I imagine it was mostly closed off to cars other than the processions. And so they did that like entire ceremony. And then from there at about 11:45 a.m., the mayor will make his way up to the Chicago Historical Society building, which is the Chicago History Museum.
Boom.
And which it said that move to the Chicago Historical Society building in Lincoln Park. And he will be met by the reps of the Allied war vets. And there he would also be presented with some more kind of like celebratory armor or whatever it is. And at noon, the mayor will strike the gavel used by First Mayor Ogden, And that gavel, Ogden used it in the first Chicago council meeting.
Huh.
So it was like one of the first meetings. He used the gavel to strike it. Obviously, they saved it. And so Mayor Kelly is going to strike that at exactly at noon. And at the same time, the cannon replicas at Fort Dearborn will fire a salute at the lakefront in Burnham Park. And they will fire 100 times
for the 100th birthday. Loud.
But here's the thing. It's going to be even louder because every ship will whistle. Every train will whistle. All the church bells went off. Okay.
Oh my God, the city was loud.
Yeah.
You know what? Turn up.
Railroads, factories, every single thing that could have a horn or a siren went off exactly at noon.
I wonder if people in the streets was going crazy.
Oh, crazy. Here's the thing.
What?
It was all broadcasted on WGN.
So
if you couldn't be outside, you could actually sit in your home and watch all of these things going off at the same time on WGN.
Let me tell you something.
Like, I have goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's, boy.
Isn't that crazy?
Please turn up like that for 200.
I know.
Ooh, please turn up for 200.
It's so close. We're so close.
Please
We're like, what, 11 years away?
Please turn up.
200 is going to be crazy.
Oh, we about to turn up.
Yeah.
We acting a fool.
We got drones doing fireworks shows in the sky and shit.
Trust and believe, I'm turning up.
Yeah,
I'm turning up. Yeah.
I haven't had a drink in like, I don't know, 5 years. I might have a drink that year.
You said,
I might
let's
take
do this. Let's do this.
a little sip of champagne.
Man, what, 11 years from now? We'd be 16 years old.
16 years old?
Yeah, the podcast.
Oh, I was like, I'll be 16? No, but 33 plus 11. Yeah. Damn, I'll be 44?
Hey, shit. I'll be 53. Let's go.
Yeah.
Turn up.
That's not that old.
That's not that old.
That's not old at all, actually.
I'm turning up. I keep on saying it. But you're
going to be unk for real.
Chicago 200, I'm in there with lemon pepper steppers.
I know.
I'm in there
wide-legged suit.
Man, satin button down.
Satin button down.
I'm going full unk. Full unk. Stacey Adams.
Are you buying a fedora?
I am. Hell yeah. From Optima. I'm
custom fedora.
About to go down there to the Monadnock building, knocking on the door, talking about, I need one of them.
The 200.
Give me that Capone.
No.
Give me the Capone.
No, this is horrible.
Shit. 200?
Yeah. You're going to get a little gold tooth in the front.
I'm this whole top.
Grilled out.
Going grills. I'm telling you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Do it, honestly.
Chicago. Be ready for your boy. I'm acting a whole
Everything
fool.
Dario does from this day forward is in preparation for Chicago 200.
Yes. Yeah. Chicago 200, I'm acting a whole fool.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for that. But yeah, so you can imagine how like loud and celebratory the city felt. And then at 2 p.m., the mayor appeared at 63rd and Halsted, where he placed a plaque in Inglewood, and he kind of like, it was like a plaquing of the Inglewood district and kind of its role that it played in Chicago. And the plaque was placed on the sidewalk on the northeast corner.
So right there, if you're familiar with that corner, that's where Kennedy King College is.
Correct. No, you said Dominican.
No, Kennedy King
College.
King.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Kennedy King College is right there.
Yeah.
And so we looked.
I do have a few articles that talk about the plaque. You know, I don't want to like trespass on their property, but I don't know exactly where it is. I'll link the articles if you're interested in learning more about that.
Yeah.
And then at 3 p.m., which is really cool, the mayor made his way to State and Madison. And this was kind of a special gift to Chicago where he placed the first of the street signs that were intended to make Chicago's street signs the best in the world, right? They changed 16,862 signs to these new, like, commemorative looking signs. If you're on State and Madison, you will notice that specific point has those like green and gold gilded signs, and they don't look the same as like one block north or one block south, right? Or I don't know.
Well,
one block north looks like the regular
east
green
and west.
signs.
They don't look like that east and west because
Yeah.
the State and Van Buren sign is that where the hair washing.
Yes. So there's 16,000 plus of them around the city, and so that was the first one that was changed. And there's a really cool picture of people standing around the street lamp that has the new street signs.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like to put Chicago on the map, like, you know, we're for real. And that, if you don't know, that's also the point 0 in Chicago's grid. So that is the center point of the Chicago grid, not necessarily the center point of the city,
right?
But it's the point 0 of the grid.
Center point of the city now is in the water now. I think they said it's over by it's by Bubbly Creek.
Yeah, it's kind of like constantly it shifts a lot. Yeah. Or there is a plaque in front of a church.
Yeah. But that's not
really the center point.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing with that center point. We get what that plaque means or the sign means. Is that's where it was at one point, right. But yeah, obviously things move around.
Yeah,
so
and the city has grown. So much.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where the actual center is, but I think right now it's pinpointed that the center of the city geographically is in the water, Bubbly Creek area. So yeah.
And so after 3 p.m., kind of like towards the evening, all of the celebration moved to the Chicago Stadium. Mm-hmm. They say about 10,000 people showed up to the Chicago Stadium to just like celebrate.
That's crazy.
And it was kind of like a party.
Madhouse on Madison.
Madhouse on Madison for real.
Yeah, Madhouse on Madison.
No,
was
like
kicking it.
1,000%.
Look, I know we didn't talk about it, but Chicago 200 is going to be.
I know.
Because we got an ego already.
Yeah.
200 of them things?
I know.
Y'all ain't gonna be to tell us shit. You ain't gonna be able to tell us nothing.
It's already the case.
It's already the case. But now, oh my God, I just keep thinking about it. And Madhouse on Madison is already crazy. So it's been crazy.
It's gone. So
well, it's back. It's across the street, the United Center. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's absolutely crazy. Who was the representative? The I Will.
Right. So as part of that, there was a picture in the Tribune about the I Will girl. And what's so weird is that her name is the exact same name as the author of the Little House on the Prairie, but I don't think it's the same person because I did a little bit more research and I was like, the age doesn't seem the same. It's not adding up. So I don't think it's the same girl, but there's a very clear picture of her standing between two men, one holding the U.S. flag, one holding the Chicago flag, and she is wearing the I Will outfit, and she was the I Will girl for the celebration. I mean, it was kind of crazy.
There's the tie, y'all. There it is.
Yeah,
the little bow right there. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, it was really cool.
Chicago is a her.
Chicago is a her.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about a little bit about what Chicago looked like 10 years before.
Well, I do want to, right before we do that,
sure,
I want to finish up this I Will stuff, right?
Yeah.
So where we at today? Chicago is still willing. You know what I mean? Like that's a loaded statement, actually.
Yeah.
Chicago got a lot going on right now. However, there are two sculptures that I want to talk about. And this is absolutely just fantastic. And we've all been by it.
Like so many times.
Yeah, so many times. If you live in Lincoln Park, here's what you need to do. You need to go.
It's on the corner of, it's off the Fullerton exit, right? That's the Fullerton exit.
Yep, Fullerton and Cannon.
So you're in between the Nature Museum and the Lincoln Park Zoo. There's kind of like a path that goes in front of the marina where people park their boats. And there's this like giant metal monument that like you might not think about what it is. There is no plaque immediately next to it. The plaque is actually across from it on top of a pile of rocks.
Yes. And here's the significance. It was created by Ellsworth Kelly.
Yeah.
Ellsworth Kelly.
There it is. He can read, y'all.
Yeah. It's just, no, I can read for sure. It's just that, it was built in 1981. So 3 years before your boy was born. But this was meant to represent Chicago's I Will mentality. And if you're wondering why it's right there, that was the northernmost point of the Chicago fire.
Right.
Give me my coin. Northernmost point of the Chicago fire. So that's why it's there. And that pillar represents that.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Now, there's another one that was built in 2005 by the great sculptor, Richard Hunt. And this one is called We Will.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. I'm sure you've walk by it and not even paid attention.
Yeah.
It is right there, right on in the Randolph, in the theater district, right next to the Chicago Cultural Center. So tall statue, like tall, just as tall as the I Will.
Yeah.
And
kind of looks like flames.
It looks
a
like
little
flames.
bit.
Yeah.
And there is a description of why he named it the We Will.
Yeah.
I think it's to talk about the solidarity of Chicago as a city. If you want to learn more about it, I've also linked in the show notes. I've talked a little bit more about that sculpture, so you can check that website out. But it's a really cool. There's a ton of public art in Chicago, and there's a ton of art about the I Will.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a street sign. What is that street? Division has the I Will sign in the Y, like the symbol.
Yeah.
And it's like we've incorporated.
I thought it was grand. I thought it was grand.
I wanted it to. Just walk down both and see if you can find it.
just go.
Just figure it out. But I feel like it's incorporated into a lot of what we do. It's just like not necessarily as out there of a motto anymore because we've had so much change since then. I feel like the Y is a very prominent symbol. Even if you don't notice the Y all the time, we still use it a lot in like our municipal symbols. Yeah. Obviously, we have like our flag is a big thing with the stars. So I Will kind of took like a third seat.
Yeah, right. I Will took a third seat to the municipal device. That device, boy, is kind of hard though.
It is so cool.
That's a tough logo. I see why we just said, you know what? We said, you know what? We got a flag. We can have that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's cold. It is cold.
Yeah.
So, hey, look. If I was around, okay, this is a good question. What would you have voted for? The flag and the municipal device. Now, keep in mind, the flag only had 2 stars when it was made.
Right.
So which one would you have picked?
Here's the thing. I like the symbolism behind the flag. I like what every piece of it stands for. But I love the Chicago Y.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, we love the Chicago flag now, but with 2 stars and they was all shifted to the left.
But they were talking about how they're leaving room for more.
That would have been a selling point that I would have had to consider. Because looking at it, I would have been like, it don't look, it's empty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then thinking about, we left it because we about to be something? Okay.
Yeah.
But then you had a full municipal device.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. My vote would have been.
I think the flag is more symbolic.
Now.
Right. Even then,
it was,
north,
I guess.
south,
Yeah.
It's more symbolic of what Chicago was doing. The Y is just like a cooler looking symbol, but
for the river though.
But I feel like that's just like one element of Chicago. But like the flag covers way more.
That was a big part of the Chicago. The water was a big thing. This is a good poll. That's a good poll to, because like, what would you have picked honestly? Because we all know the flag today, so it's hard for us. Our thought process is already skewed.
As Dario's like arm is flanked with
the flag. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
I think you've already picked
now, but I'm saying back then, if I had to put myself back then with that knowledge, I don't know, man. I don't know. It would have been tough. It would have been tough. Anyway,
let's talk about what are the.
We never gonna use the transition sound.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now,
10 years before I Will, where were we? This is Chicago in 1882. I mean, we're booming.
Yeah.
We just started rebuilding. We're 10 years into the rebuild, right? Mm-hmm. We just had our first skyscraper. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
1885, first skyscraper. Art Institute, 1882.
Damn. And here's the thing. The Art Institute, it was a different name.
Yeah.
It was a different name.
Yeah.
WMR French.
Right.
He was running that.
The Reaper in 1886.
Damn.
And then shortly after the riots.
All that happened. Shit. Wow. All that happened
in the 1880s. And Marshall Fields finished their warehouse in 1887, which was like one of the biggest accomplishments of any like.
Wait. So Marshall Fields, they finished their warehouse, but that was them moving into the warehouse that was already there. Olsen Rug Company was
right.
Yeah. So they wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was a good decade for Chicago. The 1880s was a good time to be in here.
So you could see why we were like, shit, we need this party. And look, here's the thing. I think, what was it? The World's Fair was decided 4 or 5 years before that. So at this, right around 1888, we was already knowing, we about to have this.
We're gonna plan.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure the thought process was, look, we need to get on this. Yeah. We can build in time for, So damn, it was lit.
It was. And then 10 years after, so 1902, we're talking about. Well, I just added this because I like this place. Is the Montrose Cemetery was founded, which is like one of the beautiful places that we have here. The Chicago Defender, 1903.
Yeah, buddy.
The Chicago Federal Building was completed in 1903. And then this one I put down for you. The Chicago White Sox defeated the Cubs in the only All-Chicago World Series of 1906. You say, I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? 1906, babe. It's been like 120 years. I know.
As I wear a Sox hat.
We love the Sox.
I love Chicago sports, man.
That's a cop-out answer.
That's yeah. Look, as I sit here with the Cubs World Series. Yeah.
I don't know. This was a really fun. It was really hard for me to recommend any books or movies to read more about this. Obviously, if you are interested in like the World's Fair, there's about those books. There's only a couple. Listen, HBO.
Yeah.
If you're listening, which you're not, but if you were one day, if you're looking up Chicago history and you find this episode, my plea, I want someone to make a show about Chicago that is extremely historically accurate. It starts with the fire engulfing the city. That's what I want. Episode 1, the fire is up.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just Miss O'Leary, and I want it. Miss O'Leary fight. I ain't doing.
Yeah,
it ain't my cow.
Yeah, and then
I don't even like. We about to have beef tonight.
Damn,
no, that's crazy.
Damn.
No,
it's like it's already cooked. Hey. And then I want it to go all the way to 1933.
Okay.
To the second fair. That's what I want. That's my dream.
Take it to the 37. Shit. to the centennial.
Take it to the
real centennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be there's honestly like such missed opportunity. Yeah. If you're a historical fiction writer, write this show or write a book. I would devour a book about Chicago's Gilded Age. I don't know. I feel like there's so much to,
but do it right.
It's so well documented.
Do it right.
Yeah.
We're going to need
racism and all.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to.
That's exactly what I was going.
Don't piss me off. You got to
I want to know. Y'all better do the brothers right.
Yeah.
Especially in 1933. Y'all knew y'all wasn't treating us right.
Yeah. It was crazy.
This is a birthday
But like,
episode.
think of the start of Black History Month, the Great Migration, like the World's Fair, the skyscrapers coming up, like railroads, it was just such a pivotal 60 years in the U.S. history that all happened in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like I am begging for a millionaire to make this happen. If I had like millions of dollars, that would be all I would do.
Would have been done.
It would have been done.
Been done.
And I don't even care about getting my money back. I mean, a little. But like, if I had infinity money, that's what I would do with it.
Okay. Yeah, well,
my dream.
Hey.
But if you want to learn more about Chicago's birthday, we've had a couple of episodes in the past. We will link those. You can go listen to them.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for you today.
Nice way to start Women's History Month. I got a question before we get out of here. It's Chicago's birthday. If you could tell Chicago one thing for 189-year birthday, what would you say to Chicago?
Oof, that's hard. You should have let me know before so I could prepare.
That's why I want something on the spot shit.
I think we're a city that has a lot of flaws, and that's okay because people still can't tell us shit. Yeah. You can't touch this. Okay, is all I'm gonna say. And you're literally outside the club, so I don't know. Your opinion doesn't even matter. I think like as a city, we've proven this year more than anything that yes, that we are segregated, but we are one. It's a very strong, resilient city, and without us, this country wouldn't be shit.
Right. Right.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Chicago. Hey, look, if I had to tell Chicago one thing, I would say continue to lead. Continue to lead not only this nation, but continue to lead the world in
okay, Mr. President.
Yeah. As a polarizing place, they always gonna talk about you. When we get to year 200, they gonna talk about you.
That is there already.
They gonna talk crazy to you. But you know what? We still here. we still here.
Arguably, like, better. Than
man.
We've been in a while.
What this thing say? Chicago will rise again and again and again. So Chicago, happy 189, baby. We gonna see you this whole year, man.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
We'll be here next Monday. We'll be here. We'll be here forever.
Yeah. That's all hopefully. I got to say. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone you love. We would love for more people to listen to this. Visit our new website, 77flavors.org, and come back next week. We have some phenomenal collection of women-focused episodes this month. We can't wait for you to learn more. Peace. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.